Welcome. My name is Lynette. We are talking about abacus. And what is an abacus? An abacus is a counting tool. This counting tool, hopefully you can hear me. Oops. Okay, good. So this is a counting tool. This counting tool helps me learn how to not learn, but helps me keeps track of my um, numbers. Good morning, Ethan. I see you. All right. What are you doing? We're going to be counting. We're going to do counting. We're going to do some counting. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will continue on. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at this abacus. This is my ones indicator. This is my ones indicator. This tells me where the ones places. So when we look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. The top beat is always a value of 5. And we have 6, 7, 8, 9. So then we notice this is 9. 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then what's 10? 10 will be over here. 1 and a 0. All right. So this is getting kind of heavy. This is my teacher's abacus. My teacher's abacus helps me teach the children that's in the very back of a classroom to be able to go through and understand how to read the abacus. However, I'm going to switch over to my student's abacus. My student abacus is a little bit smaller and it's easier to hold. So let me change to my student's abacus, and just so you know the difference between the two, right? It's the size. This one doesn't matter about the size, but it matters on how many digits or how many columns there is on this student abacus. So let me switch over to that, and we will continue on. We will continue on to learning the abacus. I wonder why the quality in Insta is different than TikTok. I don't know why. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to do this? Yeah, let's do that. All right. Oh, that's very dark. Okay, is that bright? That's too bright. Okay, so what are we doing? Well, this is the Common Core. So I have printed out the Common Core, and I wanted to check to see what we were doing because there's a few things that I've noticed that we do in Abacus World. In Abacus World, we do this thing called commutative property. That means that, what does that mean? That means that cumulative property. Now, in Abacus world, it's a little bit different, right? It's a little bit different because what we worry about is we worry about the add-in. What is an add-in? Well, let me. So, so in mainstream math, here is my other book. This is my +5 book. Hello, Dylan. What we're going to do is we're going to understand. We're going to read. We're going to figure out how to read the structure of a question, right? So in the structure of a question, we have our add-ins, right? And we have our first add-in, second add-in. We have all these add-ins. And then we have subtracteds. So in Abacus world, we actually focus on the add-ins. We don't focus on the result because we won't know what the result is until we're all done with modifying, uh, adding and subtracting. If that makes sense. Good morning, Alyssa. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you. It's been a little bit. So we're just looking at the thing. Why not? I'm sorry. Why not second number to the? Oh, I see. Why not call the second number? We don't call. I don't know. I don't know why we don't call it a second number. I don't know why we don't call it a second number. It's the strangest thing. I understand, but I don't know why we call it. There's like all these math terms that happens, and so I don't know why. Because then I'm like confused. What happens when we start mixing the two? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. So, anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to understand the thing. So, the question itself, we worry about what is being the number added. We do not worry about the sum and we do not worry about the difference. What we worry about, we don't worry about the result. We worry about the process of. So, when we're looking, this concept, cumulative property, what we're doing is we're understanding when we add the 4, this is what we can do. If we add the 4, we could do it this way or this way. It doesn't matter, right? And it's the same thing when we make a 10. It's the same thing when we make a 10. If we want to add the 9, we can either plus the 10 minus the 1, or we can minus the 1 plus the 10. We could do that. Now, what's the next one? The next one goes really into what we call, what do you call? Associative property. Associative property. I was doing research and I realized associative property is how we group the numbers. In mainstream math, they talk about it in addition. Again, when they do cumulative property, it's only addition. But in abacus world, we're kind of finagling it a little bit, right? Because we're not just in the addition state, we're also in this, we're in the subtraction state as well. So I'm not understanding why we separate the two, because I guess we focus on mainstream math, we focus on the result and not on the process. So I'm trying to relate mainstream terminology to the abacus world. So here is what it is, the associative property. This happens really, your hand. So what are we trying to do? Associative property. We left off with two-step equation, right? So I was looking through and how to figure out how to make it better. How do I make it better? And so I came across this associative property. Here's my question: 14 minus 8. We're going to go straight into two-step equation. So my question is 14 minus 8. We know how to minus the 8, right? We know minus the 8 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 2, right? I have 14. Wow. Okay. So I have 14. I'm going to take away the 10. We know to take away the 10. Well, how do we know that? Well, let's go back. Let's go back. I want to take away the 10. We know our formula. Is that 6? No, that's not 10. Is the answer 6? Let's go check it out. So here's my example, right? What we do is we do what do we call it? Borrowing, right? We call it borrowing. So it's minus the 8, and we're going to modify this, right? Because we're going to isolate this variable. When we isolate the variable, what are we going to do? Please put in the chat what we're going to do if anybody remembers. We need to minus the 10, right? Minus the 10 plus the 2. So now what we're going to do is we're going to substitute the 8. We're going to use this. That's what we did here, right? What I did is I just wrote it out. So I'm going to minus the 10. Remember when we minus the 10? 10 looks like that, right? 10 looks like 1 and a 0. 1 and a 0. Thank you, Alyssa. Yes. So my question is 14 minus 8. Minus the 10, right? Minus the 10. 1, a 0, 1. 0, 1. We're going to minus the 10. And we're going to plus the 2. This is where we start talking about associative property. Let's put a bracket around that. Okay. What can we do with the minus 2? What do we want to do? We want to, let's do this. We want to plus the 2, right? To plus the 2, the question is, do we have enough beads to add the 2? Is there enough beads to add the 2? No, there isn't. Oh, wait, there's that one, right? And then there's this one. We can add it. Yes, we can. We have to do a plus 5. We do have to do a plus 5. So how do I know, right? Is there enough beads to add the 2? Yes or no? No. So then I have to do the plus 5, just as Ethan mentioned. So when I plus the 2, I know it's plus the 5. Thank you, Alyssa, right? Plus the 5 minus the 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plus the 5 minus 3. So I'm going to plus the 5 minus the 3. So my final answer is 6, just as Lethan mentioned. But now if you notice, this is what we call cumulative property. Not cumulative, associative property. But it's a little bit, it's a little bit different because it's how we group the numbers. That's how we group the numbers. We're calling it associative property. How's that? Did that make sense? So this is what we're calling a two-step equation, right? In mainstream math, in algebra. Whoa. I really like this kind of question. What's it called? This is what we call a two-step equation, right? This is my two-step. What we're doing, I know I don't get it. Okay, that's okay. So you, okay, wait, let's go back. So this is what we call, this is called two-step equation. This is my two-step equation. This is still a two-step equation. Two-step, two-step, two-step. We'll just call it two-step, right? I don't see the associative property. This is the associative property. This right here associates into here. So what we did is we substituted this information to here. We associated plus the 5 minus 3. I think that's what it is, grouping the numbers. But we're doing it backwards. Because mainstream math, they do it this way. They do 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 4. However, it's more like substitution. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking, right? It's substitution. But they go this way, and then they break this down to 5 plus 4. But we do it reverse, right? 2 is equal to, 7. Oops, 7. And then that equals to 9. So I wonder, right? Is it? So what we did is substitution, not associative property. Okay, so that's what it is. It is substitution. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. But we can't. If we took it this way first, but we don't go backwards. I don't we go backwards. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't. I was just trying to think of a different way. So I guess not. I guess it's not associative because unless we teach the kids this way, right? I guess it depends on how we teach the kids. Is there a 3 or more step equation? Yeah, but it's still just using the adding the 5 and taking away adding the 5 and adding the 10. So it just matters on how we're doing it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out, but I don't think so. You're still going to go through how to make a 5, how to make a 10. We could do it. We could do another one. Like the bigger questions, like I don't know, uh, 40. We could do this one. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we are not doing associative property. We're just doing substitution. I think that's what it is. Mm. It was worth a try. I kept thinking about the word associative property, but I don't think so. All right, cool. Thank you for your help. Okay, so here's a question. If we did, I don't know. Alyssa, did you have any other questions? Did you have questions before I go forward? This lady in this lady in her class has a formula, for example, minus the 9 equals minus 10 plus 5 minus 4. Yes, right? You know why? Because this is 1. Yeah, that's fine. Because when we look at it, right? We look at it, it's minus the 9 equals minus the 10 plus 1. We use the brackets to help us group it. So I guess we could use associative property if we show it this way. Yeah. Can you do a problem with this? Yeah, that's the same problem. So we do 14. Let's do, yeah, 14. 14 minus 9 is the only problem that we have. You could do 24. You could do 44. You know what? We'll do 44. We'll do 44. You'll see. We'll do 14 first. We do 14, right? Same thing. I want to take away the 9. Minus the 9. Minus the 9 is what? Minus the 9 is minus the 10 plus the 1. Minus the 10 plus the 1. Can't plus the 1. What do I do? Plus the 5 minus 4. Plus the 5 minus the 4. My answer is 5. Same thing. I think it's more complicated to understand at first. Yeah, I think so. But really, this is just a two-step equation because this thing right here is, do we have enough? That's all it is. Do we have enough? Maybe I make it too simple. Alyssa, where did you find this person? This lady in her class has the formula. Okay, so we can do it again. We have 44. 44 minus the 9. Minus the 9 is minus the 10. Oh, you know what? 54. We can do 54. 9. We'll do that one next one, right? Minus the 9 plus the 1. Plus the 1. Minus the 9 plus the 1. Minus the 9 equals minus the 10 plus the 1. So we minus the 10 and plus the 1. Add the 1 is what? Plus the 5 minus 4. It's just showing how to. Things Abacus on YouTube. Oh, it's just showing you the breaking out, just as I have here, right? It's the same thing. It's Miss Abacus on YouTube. Ah, yeah. It's more understandable when it's minus 9. Yeah, and then you go through the process, right? See, I honestly, I didn't like this. I don't like teaching it this way. I like to teach it, do I have enough? Because then you critically think, right? She's just going straight through and saying, oh, we're just going to remember this. They call it mixed formula. I called it a two-step because it's logical to me, right? So then what's my answer? Plus the 5 minus, and so my answer is 35. Let's do this one. That one will be fun, right? 5, 54. Take away 9. Take away 9. How do I take away 9? Is again, minus the 10 plus the 1. Minus the 10. Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah, they call it mixed formula, and they call it a separate thing. But I didn't like that. I thought it was too complicated because they're not building. They're making another strategy. I didn't like that. That's why I called it a two-step. Because in algebra, you do two steps. You do multiple steps. And if we already know the fundamentals, there's no point of creating a new strategy, if that makes sense. So here, right? 54. We have 54. I like this one. 54. I want to minus the 10 plus the 1. Haha, this is a great one. Right? What are we going to do it? We're going to minus the 10. Can we do it? Can we take away the 1? Can we take away 1 here? Minus the 10? No, we can't. What do? We go down here. I need a minus the 1. Minus the 1 is minus the 5 plus the 4. Minus the 5 plus the 4. Now I have to plus the 1. Can I add the 1? No, I can't. So I go down here. Can I do it? I can minus the 5. Oh, wait. I can plus the 5. Where am I? right? Can I add the 1? No or yes? No, I cannot add the 1. Can I add the 5? Yes, I can add the 5. What do? Add 1 is plus the 5 minus the 4, plus the 5 minus the 4. My final answer is 45. I think it's more understandable to older audience wanting to learn abacus. You lost me. Do it again. Ha 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 ha. That one. 54. I was going too fast. I apologize. I just find it fascinating. It's just fascinating to me. Okay. Sorry. I apologize. Let me give you a bit better. Let me give you more paper. More room, right? We know this. Minus the 9 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 1. We know that. We know we're going to plus the 10. I'm sorry, we want to know we're going to minus the 10. We cannot take away the 10. We can't take away the 10 here. What do we do? See, this is why I think this is your more than 2-step equation. This is 3 steps. But what is it that we're trying to do? Can we take away the 1? Can we take away the 1? Right? 10. Yes. No. The other way. Minus the 5. Because we want to minus the 10. We want to minus the 10. So it's the other way. Right? Minus 1 is equal to minus 5 plus 4. Right? We have to pay attention to the sign. We have to pay attention to the sign. So if it's a minus, it'll be a minus 5. So minus the 5 plus the 4. We're done with this one. Now we're here. Pay attention to the sign. Yeah, pay attention to the sign. It's always about the sign. So now we're here. Can I add the 1? Can I add the 1? How do you add the 1? Right? Plus 1 is equal to plus 5 minus 4. Plus 1 cannot. I need to plus the 5. No, not minus 1. Plus 1. Because this is the 1. Yes, minus the 4. Plus the 1 is equal to plus the 5 minus 4. Plus the 5 minus 4. This is a nice one because you use both friends, right? Both plus the 5 and minus the 5 at the same time. Does that make sense? So this was 3 steps because this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Did that make sense? 1, 2, 3. I think I need to write out 1 plus the 4 to isolate the first add-in. Yes, yes, yes. In the beginning, I would write it out. That's why I try to, in my worksheets, I try to get the children to write it out. So it's 3 steps. It is. It is. Because you first have to figure out this minus the 9, right? Minus the 9 is the same thing as this, right? It's a lot of colors. But then when you break it out, you'll notice you can't do it. It goes back to how do you do it? This is where you get critical thinking, right? This is how we promote critical thinking. I don't want to just say I want to know why. I'm always about why. Why are we doing this? I'm not going to teach you mixed formula. I'm going to teach you how to utilize what we have. I know in abacus world they always talk about mixed formulas, but then the problem breaks down is when you get more complicated like this. It's not a mixed for it is a mixed formula, but there's not a set mixed formula, if that makes sense, right? Because it all depends on how the building blocks work. I have to remember you've been doing it for a long. Yeah, I've been doing it for 20 years. And I'm coming to like just boiling it down to like the very fundamentals. The difference between me and the other person is that I don't want to teach you another strategy. I want to give you what we know. So I'm showing you another way of looking at it. It's a different way of looking at it, right? I'm not going to say memorize minus the 5 plus the 4 and for this. I'm not going to tell you to memorize this. I'm going to tell you how to break it down. So that's why when we have this, right, it goes back to the fundamentals. Can I do it? Hello. Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate you letting me know that I'm too fast because I get excited. I get excited for going through and solving problems because it's like little puzzles, right? Everything is a little puzzle, but you have the elements, you have the fundamentals, um, you have the building blocks. How do we use it? This is where it gets interesting. This is where it becomes a puzzle. This is where you start building uh, brain gymnastics. Okay, do we want to? We can do more. This is, I've been calling it two-step equations. Once you see the step, you regroup, start from the beginning till you have enough beats. Exactly. Exactly. You do, and that's why the framework works. You do enough, right? You go through it. Can I do it? Can I do it? But after doing it a while, you can visually see it. Yes. Yes. I mean, obviously, it took me a little bit, without the brackets, right? But you'll start seeing it, right? Because there's only specific numbers that work. There's very specific numbers that work together. We don't do a lot of subtraction, but you'll notice, right? That's what I did. Oh, I can just add the 4. Oh, I can add the 5. Oh, I can, you know what I mean? So you're going to see this pattern more when you start looking at it, right? It's the same thing with the minus, or same thing with the plus. You'll know that when I have to plus, right? Or I have to do the plus 5 or the plus tens. This is my two step. This is the beginning parts of two step, right? And then we have a full like understanding from 0 to 9, right? You already know that's a two step. You see the pattern. Exactly. You see the pattern, right? 5 and 9 always is going to be two step. Always. No matter what. How do I know? Because I broke it down, right? I broke it down and I was just going through it. And there's always a pattern. See, there's 5 and 9, 15 and 9. What else? 35 and 9. What do we have? 25 and 9, right? It's a pattern. Math is all about patterns, but in mainstream math, we don't show you this pattern. In abacus, we don't show you the pattern either. I just found it. I found the patterns, right? And I was like breaking it down. I'm trying to do multiplication, but I can't figure that out yet, right? Same thing with the 4. 34 minus, so we'll do 30, we'll do 31. We'll do 31. 31, add the 4. Can I add the 4? Can I add the 4? No. No, I can't add the 4. What do? I know how to add the 4. We know how to add the 4, right? We know how to add 4. Plus the 5 minus the 1. Plus the 5 minus the 1. Obviously, right? It's only the second digit that we're worried about. But it's different when we get to this one. This one, no, this one. This is different because why? Let's do 49. Oh, just like I did here, right? Let's do 47 plus 4. 47 plus 4. How do we add the 4? How do we add the 4? Is there enough beats to add the 4? No, there isn't. Sorry, I didn't do it. 47. Is there enough to add the 4? No. So can I add the 5? No. So I want to add the 4. Plus the 10? Plus the 10 minus the 6. Plus the 10. Plus 4 is equal to plus the 10 minus 6. We can do cumulative property. Minus 6 is equal to plus the 10. We can do that. Why? Because I want to minus the 6. Minus the 6 plus the 10. Can we plus the 10? No, we can't plus the 10. What do we do? How do we add 1? 1, 0. How do we add 1, 0? How do we add 1, 0? We want to plus the 1. We're adding the 1 is equal to plus 5. We're adding 1. That's what we're doing. We're adding 1. Minus 4. Yes. Thank you, Alyssa. Add the 5 minus the 4. So my final answer is 52. 52. So why did I do that? I did that because of this. Adding the 10 is like the other way. Instead of doing this, we're doing the 10. Why do I get mixed up? It's easy to mix up. It's easy to mix up because you're still new. It's still very unfamiliar if you think about it. Because it's a different way of thinking. Don't forget, I'm saying this every day, all day. Right? It's different, right? You only do it like maybe 5, 10, 20 minutes at a time, teaching your kid or what have you, right? But like for me, this is my thing. I think about all the numbers and how to make better questions. This is what I do, right? It's different, right? If you had a job doing what I'm doing, you'd be exactly the same where I am. But, when I was young, I would get mixed up too, because I didn't know it. It was unfamiliar for me. And also I was teaching my kids, and the kids are young and all this and that. You eat, sleep, Abacus. I do. I do. I dream about it, and but because I want to try to make it as easy as possible. I'm always in the goal of trying to make it easy and how to make it transferable to mainstream math. That's my goal. My goal is to try to make it mainstream math. So, and that's what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to figure out what are the better ways. That's why I was thinking about the associative property. Maybe if I can associate it, but I think you're right. It is more substitution. It is substitution. But I don't call it mixed formula because there's a lot of mixed formulas, right? And then it goes into like multiplication as well. So I love your addition sheets. Thank you for the. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Up to 20. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't think you needed more than that just for right now because depending on your child, but the questions and stuff, I didn't think you needed more because then I didn't want to overwhelm you. You know what I mean? Like it gets overwhelming and it's like it's too much information. So that's why it's just bite size, just bite size. You know what I mean? Abacus is all about bite-size information. And so, do you have any more of the questions? I was looking at it. Oh, I have a couple of others. We can do regrouping. Let's see if I can find some regrouping. Um, it was cool. I found some regrouping ones. I just got to find it again. Okay, here. There we go. Here. Oh, here. Yeah. I need to. What? Okay. You know what? I'm doing it. Okay. So we have. Let's see if I can move this over. And it's interesting, obviously, it's interesting. I don't know how this is going to work. Yes, let's do regrouping. Yes. So I found some, but the problem is the regrouping, it also depends on the numbers, right? So we have the question 721 minus 532. So let's see how, so we have 7, right? 21. Okay. We take away the 5. Oh my gosh. it it's like sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's like really bad. All right, take away the 5, right? Can we do it? Yes, we can. We're going to take away the 5, and then we need to take away the 3. Can we take away the 3? Can we? Is there enough b's? No, there isn't. Can I minus the 5? No, I cannot take away the 5. So what do? I have to go down here. Minus the 3 is minus the 10 plus the 7. So I'm going to write it. Minus 3 is equal to minus 10 plus 7. I'm here. Minus, add the 7, minus the 10. That's it. That's the regrouping. And then minus 2. Can I take away the 2? Is there enough b to take away 2? No. Can I minus the 5? No. I cannot minus the 5. What do? Minus the 10. Minus the 10 is equal to, minus 2 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 8. So minus the 2 is equal to minus the 10 plus 8. Let's do cumulative, right? 8 minus 10. I'm going to add the 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then take away 10 minus the 10. That's it. That's it. What did I just do? This was regrouping, and then this one was regrouping. Regrouping only means minus 10s. That's all it is. I minus the 10 in the wrong place. I got lost. You might need to use the column separator, right? So we can do it again. 7, 2, 1. Can I take away the 5? Yes, take away the 5. Can I take away the 3? No. When you do it, it's always going to be the left side. It's always going to be this side. It's never going to be this side. Never going to be that side. It'll always be from here to here. It'll always be from right to left. Always. So can I take away the 3? No. Minus the 10 plus the 7. 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 And then what? We have to minus the 2. Minus the 2 plus the 10. I'm sorry. Minus 2 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 8. Minus the 10 plus the 8. Does that make sense? It's always going to be the left. It's always going to be to the left. Minus the 10 plus the 2. I'm sorry, plus the 8. Minus the 10 plus the 8. Hey, Dylan. Welcome. Hello, Lily. Little Frijolito. Yes. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Right? So that's what we did. We are looking at, the answer is 189. Yes. Yes, we can do more. 189. I didn't test all of these questions. So I'm just letting you know. I haven't tested all of these questions, so I don't know, like, yeah. Okay, let's do another one. You want to do another one? We can do 421 minus 388. Is 3 digits too much? I can try to find two digit regrouping. 4, 2, 1. Okay? Yes. Regrouping is just the 10s. Exactly. That's why it blows my mind. That's all it is regrouping. A regrouping is only the 10. That's it. You take away from the 10, you add the 10. That is as simple as it is. No, we can do this, and then we'll do two-digit regrouping. Okay, let's do that. So, I take away the 3. Can I take away the 3? Yes, I can take away the 3. Not a problem. Take away the 3. So we're done here, right? I'm going to cross it out. Take away 8. Can I take away the 8? No, I can't. Minus 8 is equal to what? What is minus 8 equal to? I don't know if Ethan's still around. Ethan, you still there? Little Frijoli, are you still there? What is minus 8? Do we remember how to minus the 8? Minus the 10? Yes. Thank you, Melissa. Minus the 10 plus the 2. Minus the 10 plus the 2. Minus the 10 plus the 2. So we'll do minus the 10 and we'll do plus the 2. Thank you, little Frijoli. Yes. Right? So we're done with this 8. We're going to go this 8. And again, it's the same thing. Minus the 10 plus the 2. Minus the 10 plus the 2. Minus the 10 plus the 2. So what is my final answer? final answer is 33. Let me see if I can find. I cross it out only for demonstration, right? It's only for demonstration. Would I do it? I wouldn't do it. It's up to you if you want to cross out the numbers, but it's only for me to demonstrate that I've done that, just so it helps. Yeah. You could, but I don't usually. I'm just trying to find another question for regrouping. If not, I'll have to find some other ones. I made a bunch. I just thought it'd be easier to go through this. Okay. Let me go look at my, because I didn't do 2 digit. I'm only doing it 1 digit right now. So here's a few. Is it hard to find? I want to try smaller numbers. Okay, here. Let's do some smaller numbers. Um, is it hard to find? I the it is because I have to make the numbers, right? So it's just one of those, and that's what takes time. Is it curious? Because I can't just use any number. Excuse me. Do you have a sheet of regrouping? Practice 1 digit, 2 digit. I don't call it regrouping. Right now, I'm calling it -10, but I should call it regrouping. But not yet. I don't have it yet. Um, because it all depends on, for the regrouping, I want it to be specific to a +10 and a -10. I don't want to have it mixed with the +5 and the -5 yet. That comes after. So there, I'm trying to logically step through the questions, if that makes sense. So if I have 6 and then I have 11, add the 1, minus the 8, so it's 17 minus 8. Can I minus the 8? I'm excited you have the, yeah, I'm working on the -10 right now, and this is one of the questions. Um, I can show you the preview of that. I can show you the preview of the 5 as well. And then I got to record it and then put it onto the class. I have parts of -5, like you have the beginning parts, but I never made a book out of it. But now I have a book, so I got to integrate the stuff that I do have. Um, so you're going to have more -5 stuff. Um, 8, I want to take away the 8. To take away the 8, it's minus the 8 is equal to what? Minus the 10, right? Minus the 10. Ooh. And then plus 2. Yes, it is with the flowers. Yeah. I try to incorporate the old stuff with the new stuff. So minus the 10 and then plus the 2. My final answer is 9. Yeah. Yeah. So here is a preview of the new book of the 5. And you have bits and parts of it. I just got to fill out the online class. And so I have it where we review. I added this thing right here where we talk about the math facts. I wanted to make sure that they understand that 1 and 4 and 2 and 3, and we still review how to make a 5. And then this is the review. Draw a circle, and this is part of the class already. And this is still part of the class. But what I added new was like the instructions. So this is the instructions on how to make a 5. When we make a 5, right, minus the 5, what are we trying to do? Where if the question is 8, I have 8, and then what we're going to do is we're going to minus the 4. To minus the 4, we're going to substitute minus the 5 plus the 1 up together at the same time like that. That's what we're doing, up together like that. So my final answer is 4. So I'd write 4, my formula is there. And then I still have my spin the wheel, and then I have the subtraction minus 4. And this is just sample question, example questions. And then we go into uh, um, changing it up. So if I have plus the 5 minus the 1, I'm sorry, minus the 5 plus the 1 equals 2 minus the 4. So we were trying to change it up to show you that the cumulative property. And then this was to draw it. Tic-tac-toe, same thing. Color by number, right? And this is focusing on the number 4, right? Take away the 4, take away the 4. And then here's the minus the 3. Minus the 3 is the same. So we have minus the 7. I'm sorry, 7. 7. Minus 3. Cannot take away the 3. I need to minus the 5 plus the 2. Minus the 5 plus the 2. So in the book, the left side, you do the problem, and the right side is the formula. I was thinking about that, yeah. So you do the problem, and then you write the formula. This was to help, like the cats in the tree. This was to help, show what minus 3 is, and I have 2 left, if that makes sense. This is spin the wheel. After spin the wheel, tic-tac-toe, and again, and then there's the minus the 2, right? Minus the 2. Here's a color by number for minus the 3. Minus 2. So this is the book. Yeah, this is the preview of the book. And then this is just, again, more examples and more questions. So if I have only 2 petals, right? If I only have 2 petals, how do I make it 5, right? You could draw it. Color by number, and then here is the 1. The issue with 1 is there's only one question. There's only one question with a minus 1. That's it. Because if you look, if we do 6, we can take away 1. If you do 7, we can take away 1. If we do 8, we can take away 1. So you color the answer is what is left that is not colored to go to the formula. Yeah. Yeah. Right? How many flowers do you pick? I'm picking 4 flowers. Or you pick 1 flower and you keep 4, right? Right? You take away 1, and you keep 4. So it was to help visualize if you couldn't see it. Oh, and you see this one. This one is in the class for sure. This was one of my older ones. I like this one. You answer the question on the petals, right? Answer the question. 1, 5, minus 3, minus 3. Minus 3 is what? Minus the 5 plus the 2, right? There's 3. So you cut it out, and then you find the bud with it. There's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. I made it hard, or I mixed up. Sorry. No. You're good. You're good. Because I wanted to use it as it's there just to help you understand. So it is up to you. I noticed some of the kids, the reason why I focus on writing the formula is so then they can remember, right? It's another way of remembering, right? Yeah. So that one is an old one. There's a lot of old, right? I just built out more because in the online class, there was not enough pages. And so I built out more pages. So this was a hidden word, right? You have a couple of this one, but I added a little more. Again, um, we have the maze, right? And then we have word problems. And then after word problems, I think I'll get my own book to go through it. Oh, you could just download it. Download it This is all going to go to the class. This is all going to go to class, and so you could just download it and print it out. But I do have. I think in the class I'll have answer sheets, color by number. It's up to you. But I appreciate you taking the class, going through the class. So I'm trying to give you all of the pages in the class, and then there's answers. I did that and download it and have to print it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Print it out. Because I appreciate you being part of the class, and so I try to give you the I try to give you the answers of what I think, just to give you an idea. I didn't do it for. I just circled it, right. If I circled four, then you leave one. So the answers will be in the class as well. And I tried to like write out. I noticed it was nice for the kids to start reading problems, so I added more of that. I didn't do it for the the tens, but I need to bring that back. So I'm going to update my plus 10 my plus tens and add in word problems. Yeah. It's already been an hour. Anybody have any questions? So this is my latest book. I'm working on the minus 10 right now, and then I got to do recording for all of this, and you'll get it. Yeah. How's your Alyssa? How is your son doing with the regular class? Do you? Oh, so no. If you want extra, I can give you more. Um, that's not a problem, right? I can give you more. It will be different than the online. Oh yeah. So like, for right now, like I did extra for this one plus the 10, but they're going to be kind of like just straight questions, right? They're not going to be activities. Unless you want activities, I'd have to think about that. So did you want it more activities or did you just want problems? So this was the plus tens. I didn't do the minus fives and the plus fives. I didn't think about it. But I do have extra. Because I do when I do my personal ones, we are struggling. Oh, I'm sorry. I do apologize with both. Really? Okay. Um where are you at right now with your mainstream math? Because you're graded on it, right? Both activity and problems need examples. Are you talking about for my stuff or for the mainstream stuff? He doesn't sit long enough. Hmm. My examples? Hmm. Hmm. Is it because it's too boring for him? I have to think about it. I want your examples. I'm. He does find it boring. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to. Oh, so here's a question. Does he like, is there specific activities that he likes? That's the question. There's a question for you. What sort of activities does he like? Does he like cutting? Does he like puzzles? Um, this one? Does he like color by number? Um, yeah. Or or does he like mazes? Right? We can do the maze, or we could do. Um, He likes, okay, so wait. I think he's not in it long enough. He needs to give it a try. Right. Yes, he does like the color by number. Okay, you know what I could do is I can make color by numbers activities. I like the puzzles, but that's me, right? And so what it is you have to find the answer here and then you have to cut it. You have to find the answer here. Some kids like that too, right? It's all about, what do they gravitate to? So if you like color by number, I can add in more color by number. Because I was trying to find like things to add and stuff. So where is my? Yeah, I didn't add a lot of. I only had one color by number. I can add more color by number if that's helpful for you. Is there specific? Okay, so here's a question: does he like specific topics like animals, dinosaurs, cars, sports? Your books are great. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, what sort of animals does he like, or what do you call it? Like topics? Yes, he likes dinosaurs. Okay, so what I could do is I can create a color by number dinosaur. For do you want it to be only the plus fives? Are we ready? Are we at plus five still, or are we going to plus minus the five? Um, Minus five. We did more color by number, but it's flowers. So I was going to do minus tens. Minus tens was dogs. Plus fives. Okay, I can create some plus fives for you, and it'll be color by number. It would be color by number. Okay. Let me see what I could do. Yeah, that'd be good. Plus fives. Plus fives, dinosaurs, color by number. We can do that. That's not a problem. So yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. It because there's not enough out there, and so having this helps me create more. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I hope it works well for your son. I do believe that it works. I know kids can be very finicky because I have two students and it does take time and they're not understanding. So I appreciate that you're going through it and investing in this process. I do appreciate it. So I want to try to make it as easy for you as possible. And if I can make color by number dinosaurs for you, I will send it out. But I won't have videos for that if that's all right. That would be a lot. If that's all right, I won't have videos. I'll just give you the color by number activities. If that's all right. That's fine. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So let me see what I can do for the rest of the day and see how much I can get done. I'm thinking the videos are not necessary. Okay. I'm thinking maybe let's see how many I can do to get him solid in the plus the five. Because all we're doing is we're learning how to plus the five. So we're going to do one digit. I'm sorry, yeah, one digit. We'll do one digit, two lines, one digit, three lines, one digit, four lines, and then two digit, two lines, two digit. Okay, so that's what I'll do. So it will be one digit, oh, one digit, one digit, right? Which means five, I'm sorry, four plus one. That's one digit. Then it will be no, it will be three lines, one digit. So it'd be four plus one plus two. And then there'll be one digit with four lines. So it'll be four plus one plus two plus three. And then it will be double digit. So it'll be two digits, which would be what? 14, 11, and uh, yeah, one digit, two lines. And then we could do two digits, three lines, So 14, 11, and then 12. And then we could do 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, right? 2 digit, four lines. So it'd be 14, 11, and then 15. And then we would go to 3 digit. Is he at 3 digits already or 2 digits? Is he doing 3 digits yet? Because 3 digits, 2 line would be, I don't know, 1, 1, 4, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5. No, neither. All right. So then I guess we'll stay with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be plus the 5 is easy. Let's see how I can do. Right? So 1 digit, 2 digit, 1 digit, 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines, 2 digit, 3 digit. I'm sorry, 2 digit, 2 lines, 3 digit, 3 lines, and then 2 digit, 4 lines. He can do simple problems with 1 digit, 2 and 2, 3. Yeah, I hope he can do it on the abacus because that should be super simple. He can do simple problems like 1, 2, 3 digit problems. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then we'll do 3 digits, 2 lines, 3 digits, 3 lines. We need more. We need to do more. What, 3 digit, 3 lines? Or are you saying no 4 lines? Okay. Let me see what I could do. Simple. Let me see what I could do. It would take some time to develop those questions, just so you know. But I have to think about it some more. Okay. Well, that's a good project. Everything is fine. What you have, this will be great. Yeah, it's because you know why? It's because he's already doing 2 digits in school. What have you? Do you do what you plan to do? No rush. Well, I'm trying to get the minus tens, and I'm just building that out. But the problem is I wanted to go grade specific. So if I do grade specific, this will help, if that makes sense. So because he's already, yeah, that's the problem, right? Because abacus is not grade specific. What I need to do is I need to make it grade specific. I'm sorry. I homeschool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I understand. But it's still better if it was grade specific, right? It'd still be better if it was grade specific, I think. So he's in second grade, yeah? Or first grade? Second grade, if I remember correctly. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So second grade goes 2 digits, 3 lines or 2 lines? 2 lines or 3 lines? Yeah. See, that's what I need to do is I need to figure out how many digits. We're slowly going through the book. Yeah. Yeah. But see, with the questions that you gave me, I think there were 3 digits, but they were not 3 lines. So I think if I stop at 2 lines, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, okay, 3 lines, two. Okay, so I'll stop it here. That would be grade two. Yeah. And let me know if he likes anything else. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else they like. I could do all like, cause I maybe like I make a space one, like astronauts and stuff. Cause I know for the plus tens, I did space. I did asteroids. Right. And then this one was cats. This one was cats. This one was flowers. And then the next one will be dogs. um, but these are all just very one digit, 1 digit, 2 lines, maybe 4 lines, but they're all 1 digit. But I think if I start going into grade two, I need to start doing 2 digits. Okay, so that'd be a good project to have. So I will see what I could do about that. I can email you. Yes, that would be fantastic. Yes, anything space and ocean creatures. Oh, ocean creatures is a good one too. I never thought about ocean creatures, but ocean creatures, space, yeah, and dinosaurs. I wonder what the girls like. I don't have any girls taking my class, but I hope to have. I'm trying to, but I need to do is I need to make it more mainstream. And so that was the thing is like making it more mainstream. That is my goal. So this has been very helpful for me. Um, producing more that's more mainstream. Yeah. But thank you, Alyssa. Thank you so much for all your help. I do appreciate it. Oh, July. Just so you know, I'll be gone in June. Let me see if I can find my calendar. Um, I mean, I still have another month, but I'll be gone June 19th or about, I'll be gone June 19th. I'll let you know when the time comes. Um, but that's like in the plan in the works. There. Yes. No, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me see what I could do about the color by numbers. Okay, cool. Well, you have a good day. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I do know that it's been an hour, and so I don't want to stay up too much. It's different when I go live as opposed to a scheduled, office hour. Because I wanted to make sure I answer all your questions if there was any more additional help that you needed. This is perfect. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next week. Yeah, and I'll look forward to your email. Yeah, and let me know if you have any other problems with some of the other questions or what have you. But yeah, regrouping, but that's what this is. That's what this is. Regrouping is plus tens, right? We're not doing regrouping in the five and the tens yet. All right. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. Yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.